Okay, let me try again. Hey, Mercedes. It doesn't respond now. Why?
It's camera shy.
I think it's camera shy. It usually work. I don't understand. Anyway.
Hello, Mercedes.
How can I help?
No! Why?
What do you want to do?
Change the ambient light to blue. See, it doesn't respond.
Who somehow can see the good part of me.
What? I haven't started to record yet. Oh, I kind of did. Sorry. All right, welcome to Fat Channel, Father and Daughter Channel.
Not
This is
fat.
Not fat. F-A-T. Well, and we're not a passing fat either.
Yeah.
So, this is where I, as the father, and you as the daughter, we share each other's.
Yeah.
Karena kebetulan Lupita, namanya Lupita. Kamu siapa namanya? Ana.
Lupita. I have so many names.
Yeah, completely Anastasia Lupita.
Anastasia Lupita Widowati Martin.
That's a very Japanese name, right?
Yeah. Yeah, technically in Germany, but my name Martin is not going to always appear in the legal documents.
It's gonna be Widowati.
Yeah, karena that's what's on my passport. Even though I have a German last name.
Sorry about that. All right, anyway, this is Dino Martin, and that's Anastasia Lupita Martin. We are father and daughter. We would like to share with you apa aja yang kita pengen, kita sudah jalanin, kita ketahui dan bisa kita share. Dan paling penting adalah karena Lupita dalam waktu dekat akan segera berangkat ke Germany. And yeah, amen to that. We're still waiting for the visa. Hopefully, please, German embassy. All right, so just wait until then. Then we are going to have this podcast just to share.
Just to share.
And for me, untuk mempersiapkan Lupita supaya Lupita lebih siap lagi untuk
Biar sana lebih matang.
lebih matang, kayak telur gak usah setengah matang.
Padahal lebih enak kalau setengah matang.
Like the ramen. Okay, so today's topic we are going to discuss apa?
Electronic vehicle.
Is it electronic or electric vehicle?
Oh yeah, electric vehicle.
Because electronic,
Electronic is like this.
yeah,
HP, tablet.
every car now is electronic. But electric vehicle means electric power the vehicle. That's the one, EV. So dibuka dengan when I was in Swiss sama your mom. We went to a place called Zermatt.
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 Is that a city atau?
That's a small city.
Okay.
Dan di Zermatt itu tidak ada satupun jalan yang di jalan itu tidak ada satupun kendaraan
Combustion.
engine, semuanya menggunakan listrik.
Semuanya udah pakai EV di sana.
Yap, kayak gini dan diletakkan di sini sih yang namanya Zermatt Love. What did I do? Oh, okay. Oh, this is Zermatt. I'm trying to show you where Zermatt is. Look, that is Zermatt.
Kecil ya? Kecil.
Yeah, it's a small city.
Ya, tapi Swiss emang kecil juga sih.
Ya, sih itu. Dalamnya tuh kira-kira kayak gini. Ini waktu kita nyampe nih.
Udah beneran gak ada electric vehicle.
No, tidak ada combustion engine.
Oh
Everything
ya,
is
tidak ada combustion. Beneran gak ada.
gambaran di Zermatt kalau mau lihat. Tuh. Semuanya mobil listrik tuh, Kak. Ya. Semuanya listrik, nggak ada. Itu bisa juga bis listrik. Semua bisnya semua, everything is electric.
Even public transport udah electric ya.
Electric semua. So which is good, right? Jadi di tempat itu semuanya tidak ada yang pakai mobil bahan bakar bensin, jadi nggak ada asap, bersih banget deh. Tapi mobilnya ngecasnya pakai dieselnya pakai bensin, sama aja ya. So yeah. So Zermatt, kalau just you are wondering Zermatt itu populernya apa?
Ya.
Coba sekalian kita mencoba menu di sini. Nah ini Zermatt tuh ini, Kak, kalau ngomong
Apa tuh?
Sila, do you recognize itu? Mengenal ininya nggak?
Gunungnya. That Everest.
No, gunung itu yang ada di
Iya.
logonya Toblerone.
Oh, sama sih.
EV. Do you know when do you think EV was first invented?
2020. I'm kidding. I don't know actually.
It's
Wait.
actually in the year of 1800. I forgot exactly which 1800. Tapi ada yang orang namanya Thomas siapa lah, nanti kita bisa lihat. So ini pertama kali yang benar-benar pakai mobil listrik yang bisa dicas itu tahun 1884. Benar, namanya Thomas Parker. Thomas Parker. Dia dari London. Tampilannya seperti ini kira-kira. Can we see?
Gede juga.
Iya.
Tapi sebenarnya kayak mirip roda sepeda gitu.
Itu yang di bawah sadelnya, di bawah tempat duduknya itu adalah
Baterainya ya. So big.
so big. Okay, so that was done. Then do you know who designed this?
No.
This is designed by Ferdinand Porsche. The famous Ferdinand Porsche. So jadi habis itu pun Porsche juga bikin mobil listrik juga. So
Yeah.
it's not something new. People already think about electric, but you've been doing a topic of electric vehicle also when you were in school, right?
Yeah.
So you know the downside of electric vehicle.
Yeah.
Apa downside-nya?
I think. This is the one that I know. Some countries kayak Indonesia belum ada infrastruktur yang bisa support electric vehicles. Charging stationsnya masih scarce.
Betul.
Jadi kalau jarak jauh gitu nggak bisa. Agak very risky. Kalau travel far distances kayak road trip gitu pakai electric vehicles masih agak risky.
Di Indonesia.
Ya di Indonesia.
Ya.
Karena jauh kan distance-nya.
I couldn't agree more. Kemarin temannya ayah Om Gunadi,
Oh ya?
dia habis jalan dari Jakarta ke Bali naik Ioniq 5.
Huh.
Yes, driving is Ioniq 5. A few months back lah, dan dia bilang semuanya aman, nyaman segala macam. And then a few weeks back, ayah diceritain sama temen di grup kalau ada orang yang pengen ke Jogja doang, susah kelabakan naik mobil listrik. Karena di beberapa SPKLU-nya tempat pengecasan itu
Iya.
mesinnya udah nggak berfungsi.
Oh, nggak dirawat ya malah ya?
Yeah, so that's unfortunate. So I checked with the lady from Hyundai,
Iya.
Tante Astrid. She's the one who's actually in charge for Hyundai, right?
Yeah.
And she told me, unfortunately we already sudah diserah terimakan kepada PLN, jadi mereka udah nggak kontrol lagi charging stationnya, sayangnya. Jadi kalau kita mau ke Jogja itu ada beberapa tempat yang bisa kita buat ngecas. Ayah udah pernah catat semua itu. Salah satu di kilometer 207. Nah, kilometer 207 itu katanya rusak lah. Kalau kilometer 207 rusak, cilaka, karena it's actually in the
middle. This is the point where people usually go to.
Itu kilometer 207 itu like the rest area. The rest area, sayang sekali. But I don't know whether it's already fixed or not. I hope it's already fixed ya. Gitu. Tapi flashback lagi ke beberapa bulan kemarin, kita baru aja ada Gias. Di Gias itu salah satu yang paling populer adalah model ini. Just a second. Let me be.
I wanna be a billionaire.
What do you think?
I think I don't know. I'm not a cars person. I don't really know what constitutes as a good model or a bad model. It looks good to me. It doesn't look much different from the Ioniq 5.
It's very much different. But that's you're very right. You're very good. You have a good eye. Artinya apa? Sebenarnya mereka memang menggunakan fondasi yang sama.
Oh, yang template-nya sama ya?
Exactly, template kanvas yang sama. Cuma eksteriornya berbeda. Ini Ioniq 6 yang nonton banyak banget tuh. See.
People are anticipating this, I think.
Yeah, but you know what my favorite is?
Which one?
My favorite is actually not that one. My favorite is this one. This one.
Oh.
This is a Volvo C40 EV.
Volvo. Sepi ya?
Sepi, nggak ada yang nonton. Kesian.
Even though the model's not bad.
It
looks nice.
It's actually
It's different from one of these yang udah keluar.
Yes, one of the most underrated
designs.
Underrated EV in Indonesia. I mean, look at it. No one is looking at it. Tapi I think it's one of the best model. There you go. C40. Again, no one is even coming close to the car. Everybody's just going to
Hyundai.
Hyundai. You might question, how come Japanese doesn't have a good car, good EV car?
Yeah, I haven't seen. Malah belum lihat ada yang bagus. Malah belum ngeliat
Karena
Jepang rilis
telat.
EV.
Mereka agak telat dalam ini. Malah kalau bisa dibilang Jepang tuh kalah sama Cina. Ini salah satu yang Cina nih Kak, yang bakal masuk juga. Great Wall. Great Wall nih kebetulan orang yang sebelah kiri itu yang pakai batik juga teman ayah itu. Kayaknya I think you've met him.
Have I?
Yeah. You. So yeah, just like the Germans at that time, the Japanese also don't believe in EV because of the reason ini kayaknya susah nih kalau mau jarak jauh, terus kalau ngecas nggak bisa cepet, lama apa segala macam gitu ya.
Yeah.
So they opt for another direction for energi yang barunya itu dia nggak menggunakan baterai, tapi mereka memilih jalur hydrogen.
You told me about that one too, I think. The development of hydrogen.
Jadi sempat bercabang dua, bahkan waktu ayah masih kerja di BMW, we introduced this car. Hydrogen 7. So BMW 7 Series is the flagship of BMW. And it's what flagship means, it's tahu nggak artinya flagship?
The pride of
Produk, yes, produk flagship itu adalah produk yang sangat dibanggakan gitu ya. Jadi kalau misalnya
jadi
kita
pajang terus gitu ya.
jadi andalan. Jadi
Okay.
sebagai pendongkrak image segala macam is what we call the flagship.
Okay.
Alright. Jadi kalau misalnya ngomongin Louis Vuitton flagship store di mana? Oh, itu ada di Champs-Élysées.
Okay.
Nanti nggak ada flagship store di Champs-Élysées. Misalnya that's why we call it flagship. Nah, flagshipnya BMW itu adalah 7 Series. And they've already created at that time Hydrogen 7. And this Hydrogen 7 itu bahan bakar mobilnya itu pure dari
hydrogen.
Yes, cuman gede banget ininya tangkinya.
Yeah.
Jadi
a lot of components.
yes, because you have to keep the hydrogen in liquid form itu dalam suhu minus 250. Can you imagine? It's even more difficult, right?
Yeah.
Even though mungkin tempat pengisiannya bisa, tapi kalau misalnya untuk menyimpan di dalam mobilnya sendiri harus membutuhkan alat yang besar ya sama juga bohong gitu ya. So there's a lot of take and give on having this new technology. Tapi yang pasti orang tetap butuh untuk bercommute. People need to commute. People need to go from point A to point B. There's no question about it, right? Logistic, traveling, what have you, kita tetap butuh untuk commute.
Betul.
Question is, how can we make commute not harming to the environment? Betul nggak?
Yeah.
Especially like the last few months, Jakarta, Tangerang, BSD, semuanya
So bad.
so bad, right? So that's why we put air
Purifiers everywhere.
in every
Yeah.
area we can think.
Even like temen aku dulu yang di Stuttgart, dia bawa itu yang di lanyard ada air purifier kecil.
That's me, that's mine. I have it too.
Temanku dia juga bawa. Jadi emang dari saat itu udah ada yang bawa. Katanya ada juga teman-teman di sekolahnya dia bawa.
Yeah, because it's really bad.
It is getting really bad.
Nah, udah. Kembali ke EV, alright? So problemnya EV adalah susah ngecasnya lama. Just to give you an idea, we just have a Mercedes EQE, right? When we're going to have a review of that.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's why this one is short, because the long version will be
Later. The latter half of the video.
Yes, the latter half of the video, we're going to show you the EQE review, which is very fun, right? For me at least, because the car has been in the house for 1 month, and you guys never been inside the car.
I have.
No,
Been inside, yeah.
not only.
We've gone places with it.
Ya, tapi only after a month, I think. Waktu seminggu pertama kalian, hey, we have a new car, and you guys like,
Because we're not car people, we don't really understand the magnificence of it.
if I brought a dog, hey, I have a new puppy.
Priorities.
EQE, it's around almost 100 kilowatts hour, I think, the battery capacity, 90 something ish, yeah. And for me to charge that from 10%, it will dari 10%, ayah nge-charge jadi 100%. Kemarin itu sekitar hampir 15 jam pakai charger yang ada di rumah yang 7.700 watt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means it's not practical. Let me be straight. Unless of course you have your own charging station at home. Kalau kamu punya charging station at home, that means having an EV car, you have to plan it well.
Yeah.
You have to plan it well, meaning,
Nge-charge-nya kapan?
Iya.
Berapa lama?
Karena actually when you get used to it, like I am now,
Yeah.
we've been using the car for over a year, right? The Ioniq 5,
Yeah.
the Ioniq 5, we've been using it. We've been driving it for over a year, and it's been good because we can plan it well when it comes to range, when it
Yeah.
comes to distance,
Uh-huh.
kapan harus nge-charge, kapan harus services,
Betul.
and ngomong-ngomong tentang services, actually this car is not like a combustion engine car.
In the sense, servisnya nggak harus
Nggak banyak, nggak sesering combustion engine.
like no oil change.
Yes, because there's very little moving parts. This is what you need to know, right? It's only battery and engine. Jadi mesin yang menggerakkan dan baterainya aja. Kalau kamu tahu ini nggak sih mainan Tamiya zaman dulu?
Apa itu?
Remote control mainan mobil-mobilan Tamiya. You don't know?
I might know, but
Ya oke. Ya kira-kira kalau mobil listrik tuh kayak Tamiya. Jadi benar-benar cuma tambahin baterai, langsung jalan sendiri gitu. Sementara kalau mau combustion engine kan ada dapur pacunya, itu mesti digerakin, moving parts-nya tuh banyak sekali. Karena moving parts-nya banyak, jadi jadwal servis berkalanya juga banyak. Kira-kira gitu. Nah, kemudian ada brand-brand seperti ini nih. Saya juga tadi sempat cari-cari juga. I don't know whether you've heard. Recently, of course, China now is leading, ya.
yeah.
China is leading the EV car industry, right? Dan itu membuat banyak orang jadi ngerasa, oh no, kita harus segera catch up dengan ketinggalan ini. Salah satunya Mercedes.
Yeah, that's why they
Mm.
released.
They release the EQ dan they make a pledge.
Yeah.
They make a pledge. Mereka bilang pokoknya by 2030 all Mercedes car will be
Electric.
yes. That's a big
promise.
yes, it's a big promise.
Big words on their end.
Yes. So that doesn't stop that. And Mercedes realized that the Chinese brand, namely BYD or Build Your Dream, it stands for Build Your Dream.
That's a very corny name. Sorry.
Mercedes and BYD.
Oh, really?
I kid you not. Let me try to find the product. Mercedes, EV, and BYD.
When two worlds collide.
And German and China.
Yes. Right now, I hear from my teacher, my economics teacher.
Mhm.
He said that now Germans are kind of forced to have to work together with Chinese companies, with China, because right now China's the leading banyak banget consumers in China, and also they have a lot of manufacturers di situ kan. Jadi katanya sekarang German companies are forced to work together with Chinese corporations to expand their market.
When China first produced their own cars, it looks like shit. It performs like terrible.
Like trash.
Bye-bye. But after a while, they modify, they keep improving, and you see what you got now. Even Wuling is amazing.
Yeah.
So, nggak bisa lagi dibilang semua produk dari China itu jelek. Sekarang bagus-bagus.
And much more affordable.
And I was about to tell you later about a brand called NIO.
NIO.
NIO is also an EV car, based out of Beijing, I think. And this car dia bisa menjawab problem yang tadi itu, yang orang kalau nggak charge lama. You know what they did?
What?
So they just changed the battery. Kayak kamu pergi ke toko, terus bawa mobil mainan kamu, terus ganti baterainya dong. Like that's it, exactly. They just change it like that. So there's a machine. Basically, it took like 10 minutes to do so.
Yeah.
You just go to this changing center, so nanti naik hydraulic, ganti baterainya set, and that's it. Baby, look at this. Come on, that's it. Come on.
What did you design this?
That's a CLA. Come on, it's gonna be awesome. And the reason why Mercedes-Benz choose si BYD karena desain baterainya katanya. Desain baterainya tuh bagus banget, tahan panas, tahan benturan, tahan semuanya lah. what people need to know, 40% of the cost of an electric car goes to the battery.
Yeah.
Nah, itu yang menjadi investasinya memang besar banget di baterainya. So I was, many times I was challenged by my friend like, hey, when you drive an electric car doesn't mean you save the environment, but you charge it at your home by using your electric, and your electric grid actually ngambil listrik juga dari PLTU yang menggunakan bahan bakar diesel sama aja, batu bara juga. So you're not actually helping the environment. I said, yeah, at this time, yes, maybe. But in the future, when all the infrastructure is already provided the electric grid with energi terbarukan, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And kita sebenarnya pengen sih kita bisa install solar
Panels.
solar panel, tapi at the moment belum ketemu sama brand yang bagus yang benar-benar bisa. So at the end of the day, tinggal bagaimana kita merubah sumber energi yang selama ini kita pakai sumber.
Find alternatives.
Yes, alternative source of energy yang benar-benar EBT, energi baru terbarukan. Nah, jadi ya Pak Jokowi bikin itu.
Oh yeah. Oh you have those?
Yes, we have those now, tapi nggak tahu sih hasilnya bagaimana. Cuman ada dampak environment juga.
Iya pasti.
Burung-burung sedot.
That's the problem in Germany juga katanya.
Yes.
Karena a lot of the energy in Germany udah dari wind turbines. Tapi gara-gara itu banyak burung-burung mereka
mati.
Iya.
Nah, sekarang bahkan kalau di Belanda dia udah pakai itu Kak, pakai radar. So ada burung menuju arah kamu, balik.
I think you told me was
Yes.
or mommy told me was that.
Sampai segitunya gitu loh.
Yeah.
Terus kalau di mana, di Copenhagen,
Yeah.
dia sampai bikin Copenhill.
Which is?
Copenhill itu tempat mereka mengolah sampah menjadi energi baru yang bersih. Iya, dan walaupun di atas itu ada cerobong asap yang keluar warnanya putih, itu vapor. Just vapor. Oh yeah, hydrogen is actually a very clean energy also.
I can imagine.
Yes.
It's already everywhere.
Yes, it's already everywhere. We might talk specifically later on different subject about hydrogen a little bit, but not now because our topic is EV. Tapi hydrogen itu, I remember during my time with BMW, the engineers of BMW, when they demonstrate the car, number one, it's very silent also. It's very small movement, right?
Yeah.
Combustion engine itu lebih kecil lah suaranya dan pembakaran sempurna karena dia gas kan.
Yep.
Terus buangannya apa nggak? Emisi tahu nggak apa emisinya? Yang keluar dari knalpotnya. Pure water. And to show the audience that this is pure water, he put a glass underneath the exhaust.
And drank it?
And drank it.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, this guy is nuts. I hope he doesn't have a...
So yeah, I hope he doesn't die. Didn't get worms in his stomach.
So yeah, that's it about EV. I think I still believe EV is the future. Ya, regardless orang bilang ini susah ini apa segala macam. I've seen it work in China. You know, most cars are in China are EVs. Dan sekarang langitnya mereka juga bersih.
Yeah.
So regardless orang bilang apa, kalau semuanya bisa komitmen terhadap pertumbuhan EV, why not? And you know I used to work for BMW, right?
Yeah.
Ini buat penutup aja nih. So when I purchased the Mercedes EQE, itu kan sebenarnya gantiin kita punya Mercedes yang E-Class juga. Nah terus waktu ke Gias yang tahun ini, yang kemarin beberapa bulan lalu itu, I went to Mercedes-Benz because Mercedes-Benz udah lama absen, udah lama sekali absen.
Oh really?
Yes.
Dia ikutan Gias.
Dia ikutan Gias, dia agak cuek lah dia ikutan Gias. Nah, cuman tahun ini dia akhirnya pasti partisipasi toh.
Yeah, because they're releasing a new invention that's supposed to be groundbreaking.
Yes, and it's a German brand.
Yeah.
With Korean Korean President Director Mr. Kim.
Yeah.
Namanya Kim.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. Terus dia ini si salesnya itu semangat banget waktu ayah datang. Oh, Pak Kim, Mr. Kim, this is Mr. Dino Martin. He used to be the sales and directornya, sales and marketing vice presidennya BMW Indonesia. But now he's buying a Mercedes EQE from me.
Did you get to meet the?
Yeah, I met Kim, and then Kimnya nengok kayak, oh really? You used to work for BMW? Dia bilang, yeah. Well, you deserve an upgrade.
Company pride.
That's a terrible remark. But BMW and Mercedes has been always been competing.
I know with each other.
Yeah, with each other and in a very fun way. In a very
The
fun way.
biggest brands, biggest car brands, especially
Sorry,
in
the biggest luxury car.
luxury car brands
Yes.
in Germany or in
Yes.
the world.
Yes,
technically.
they've been biting each other's back for quite some times. I will show you. I'll show you their feud, yeah, later on. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, but enough about today. Think we've discussed quite a lot about EV.
Yes.
5 minutes, almost 30 minutes.
I think it's 30 minutes. I didn't count the first few minutes. Yeah.
Right. So that's it for today. Kita langsung lanjut ke lapangan waktu kita nyobain IQE.
Who knows? I might try to drive it. Who knows? Woo.
Who knows? I might let her. Bye for now.
So this is the new EQE, Kak.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should probably blur out our plat number.
Yeah, it's okay. Putar kanan. Yeah, you're doing great. Agak jauh dikit, mundur dikit, jangan terlalu dekat. That's fine. Yep. Nah, no need on that. Do a 360. Do a 360. Then we talk about it.
Alright.
So this is the new EQE. So the new EQE, and basically it's the one of the first Mercedes-Benz electric vehicle, full EV. I'm not so in love with the way it looks from the front. Come, coba lihat deh.
That's not that bad. It looks like,
What do you like?
it looks like a normal car.
I just don't understand this. I don't understand that. Yeah, it's.
You know how Mitsubishi has usually those ridges in the front?
I know, but it's just too much. Like, why?
But it's not
It's
very
like it's like a statement. Like, hey, this is a Mercedes. Are you sure? Yeah, this is a Mercedes. Are you sure? This is a Mercedes.
I mean, there's also that big Mercedes logo there.
Yeah. Dia agak kotor. But anyway, this is how it looks like from the front. I'm not really a big fan of it from the front side. But if you look from, can I help you with this?
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's your turn.
It looks
Now your turn to talk.
I don't know anything about cars.
Yeah, from the side it's so nice, right? Especially the why? The shape line ini loh. Dari pilar C-nya bagus banget.
I like the curves.
Yes, the curves. And you know why they make that curves?
Oh,
So,
see,
no, it's to create a very low coefficient drag. Now, however, from the back, I mean, look at it. Just look at it. Dari belakang mah gila deh.
what's the 350 plus?
It what? Oh, I think it meant 350 plus miles.
Oh, miles or kilometers?
Miles, definitely miles. Yeah, so it's around 600 something kilometers.
Oh, okay.
I do the math already. It's around 600 something kilometers. Yeah, the wheels are nice. I like the wheels.
The wheels, they look like wheels. The blue accent is nice.
Yeah, it's
The
just
logo actually looks nice too. Though.
it's just to tell everyone, hey, this is an EV car. That's why it has that blue stripe. Kau malah buat ngaca.
Aku nggak bisa dalam.
Yeah, but I'm not eligible to tell you from the design perspective.
I think it looks fine.
But from the front, not my thing. But I like it, but not so much maybe. Sorry. Come.
It looks funny.
What do you think this is?
The charging. No, it's not the charging. I don't actually know.
Mundur dikit dong.
What is it?
This is actually, sorry, I have to open it first. That is actually, if I can open it.
A That's not the door handle.
Yeah, no. See? That's
Cup holder?
good. No, it's for the wiper.
Oh,
Yeah.
taruh air dalam situ.
Yeah, buat wipernya. Do you know why?
Why?
Let me tell you why. Let's go to the front again. Because Mercedes doesn't allow you to actually open the hood.
Oh,
Jadi kita nggak bisa buka ininya nih, mesinnya nih.
baru.
They don't really allow you. Warum nicht? Company secret. I don't know. Tapi intinya dia tidak kasih buka. Jadi kalau ada apa-apa ya kita harus bawa ke bengkel.
That's good.
You wanna see the boot?
The brake leaves the trunk, right?
Yeah, the trunk.
The butt of the car. The butthole of the car.
Oke. Mundur dikit.
Standard
dikit.
car inside, I think.
Ya, mundur dikit.
What's underneath that?
You can see, come. But
Oh, you might have to.
yep, like that. Okay. I'm a bit also disappointed with the
Why?
size.
Oh, it's not that big. It is.
Not that big. Dia nggak bisa bawa 2 tas golf.
Oh.
I tried once waktu main golf sama Om Theo. Nggak mau, ya jadinya numpuk-numpuk gitu loh.
Agak mepet.
Ya, if I go with the E-Class yang combustion, yang dulu, yang lama,
Muat.
muat, no problem. So, these are all the
Parts.
stuff, which I hope I know what it is. Nah, I know. This is a box where you can keep stuff. And a warranty book, a leaf.
That comes with the car.
That comes with the car. See,
For
this car,
free.
so because it's an electric
Leaf
vehicle,
all
right?
the way
So,
from Germany.
yeah. Home charging,
Ah.
yeah. But it's gonna be a while, right, to do it home charging. You know how long does it take to charge this car?
How long? How long would it take?
What? Oh, if it's at less than 10% or at 10%, last time I did that around 15 jam.
Oh, that's so long.
Tapi mind you, yang ada di rumah kan yang 7.700 kVA. Hah? 7.700, jadi nggak terlalu besar ininya, wattnya.
So how long does it take with our home charger?
Ya itu, that's with our home charging. Oh, with our home charging stationnya itu kita sekitar 15 jam. Kalau pakai listrik rumah, I don't know, you have to double it, maybe 24 hours. Gitu. Itu yang di rumah maksudnya yang udah pakai box with the box ya. I think kalau misalnya pakai yang 11.000 dia bisa lebih cepat. What do you like the most? We should make a quiz. How many stars can you see from this car? Okay. There's 1, 2. And
And the wheel?
I think there's more on the wheels also.
One to each wheel.
I don't know if you can see, tapi kalau saya buka,
Yeah.
it's actually projecting di sininya dia bisa projecting Mercedes-Benz logo, not BMW, Mercedes-Benz logo. But yeah, since it's not that dark, you cannot really see.
Can't see it. Can you?
Yeah. Okay. So you wanna see inside?
Sure. Who's inside? It's Aya.
Okay.
Not like
This is how it looks like from the inside. So, what is lacking from the front design, apparently, Mercedes-Benz paid it off full in the interior design. The interior design is so good. Don't you agree?
yeah, they're LED light strips.
Interesting fact.
Yeah.
Take a look at the jendela belakang.
Jendela belakang is so short, actually.
It's not, ya number one is short, begitu kecil gitu loh
Yeah,
view-nya.
Isn't that dangerous?
Huh?
Isn't that kind of difficult?
Iya.
Because I use the back window a lot kalau aku nyetir. I look at it sering kan. maksudnya.
Nah, cuman ini terus terang kaca belakangnya itu mengingatkan ayah sama Porsche.
Porsche juga gitu.
Porsche. It's not Porsche. Yeah.
Now, trying to be American.
Okay. We just press the start button already.
Hey guys.
Okay, and then nice. Udah gitu, every now and then, setiap kali mau start, it's almost like an airplane. Karena mesti matiin beberapa fitur yang menurut ayah agak berbahaya buat orang Indonesia. Number one is this,
Betul.
active brake assist. This one, kalau kamu nggak deactivate, dia akan mengerikan sekali. Karena udah beberapa kali kejadian ayah ngerem mendadak dengan sendirinya di mobil, then that's not nice, right? Terus I usually also press this one, mengingat udara di Indonesia, di Jakarta lagi jelek, jadi
Tadi
lebih baik ya,
Tangerang kan juga.
lebih baik sirkulasi di dalam aja. And then what else?
Lane
Yang
keeping assist.
udah already
Oh,
somehow
that's it.
somehow active lane keeping assist and active blind spot assist already off, which is really good.
Defaultnya udah off.
Defaultnya udah off.
Nice.
I always put AC on auto. This is very nice. The button is also quite nice. I don't like this button though. Yeah, where you
it's
can
difficult,
control the volume. Yeah, it's a bit difficult when you try to control the volume.
by sliding it.
Yeah, by sliding it, because sometimes I have a big thumb, so it doesn't really work for me. You know, terlalu besar jempolnya. Terus the selections of the dashboard screen is also nice. You can choose from understated.
Understated.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, let me help you with that. Understated, but then okay, ayah nggak bisa gerakin kamu pegang sini, bisa? Nih, gini aja. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, from understated, which looks like this, and then you can choose sports, yeah, which tells you the G force that you're facing. Nggak usah pakai kamera ini aja deh.
Okay.
Nah, tapi kamera audionya, jadi jangan dituin.
Yeah.
And then you have also classic navigation. This is my favorite part, assistance. Assistance is so good. Karena dia bisa kasih tahu ada mobil di depan atau gimana pakai radar. So cool. So cool. Yeah, this shows you also that the active lane keeping assist is already off, which is excellent in Indonesia. Terus kalau ayah juga suka some tips ya. This is a very good tip. Ayu, I think you should. Yep. This is a very good tip. You go to entertainment, radio, right? I think, and then you go to setting here. See this one, that's what we call traffic information services. This one. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Why?
If it is on, believe me, every now and then, dia tiba-tiba mati sendiri radionya. Atau kamu lagi dengerin bukan mati sendiri, sorry, kamu lagi dengerin Spotify gitu, tiba-tiba langsung pindah switch ke radio.
Oh.
Yeah, but this is actually very important in Germany or in Europe. Ya, dia ngasih tahu kalau misalnya ada macet, yes, but we don't have it here, so I'll just keep it off, right? So that's one that I use, and I use Bluetooth for this one. We have the jet. Like this, I just play. Oh yeah, I mean the stop first. I think does it on off now?
Enggak.
Oh, karena dia kan nyambung ke sini.
Enggak, tapi kalau emang nyala nggak apa.
Alright, that's good, excellent, that's weird. Okay, that's some of it. Now, yang keren lagi juga, there's a of course like Wuling. Hey Mercedes. Sometimes it's dumb.
She's not responding.
Sometimes it's not responding.
Yeah, where they're going.
Let's see how silent this car is, ya.
Oh yeah. Pretty silent.
Really silent. 50, 60. Okay. I mean, you barely hear a thing. Oh ya,
Yep.
Ini dibuka karena supaya cahayanya bagus, kita dapat natural lighting. Kalau ini digelap ya, jadi gelap nggak? Jadi gelap ya? Okay, then we open it again. Sorry guys. Okay. The next test that I would like to have is how smooth the ride is.
You know what?
How smooth the ride is.
How stable the camera stays.
Pak, buka Pak. Ya, thank you ya. Oke. Itu kamu kalau mau lihat sini how stable the car is.
Wow.
Alright. It's called the vibrometer. Just how vibrate the car is. Nanti kita bisa bandingin sama mobil-mobil yang lain. Tapi kedapnya lumayan ya mobil ini ya. Kedapnya lumayan. Okay, let me try again. Hey Mercedes. It doesn't respond now. Why?
It's camera shy.
I think it's camera shy. It usually work. I don't understand. Anyway.
Hello, Mercedes.
How can I help?
No! Why?
What do you want to do?
Change the ambient light to blue. See, it doesn't respond. Wah, ini kayaknya dia lagi sakit hati sama ayah.
Hello,
ini.
Mercedes.
How can I help?
Can you change the ambient light to blue?
Okay.
Oh no! But it only responds to you. That's not fair.
Yeah, you bought this car. You gave it a job.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't respond to its master.
Oh, let me try again. Hey Mercedes. You?
I think it's hello, Mercedes.
No. Hello is hello bowling, right?
Yeah. Hello, Mercedes.
She had enough of you.
How can I help?
Do you love me?
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
She's German. What do you expect?
Ich liebe dich.
I'm sorry, but I can't help you with it right now.
Anyway, nanti. Sekarang nyalain dulu.
How?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just stop button. Okay. So far so good. Hati-hati depan ada mobil. Not a truck, but box.
so that's the difference between a box and truck.
Left, ambil kiri aja. Ngapain di tengah? Kamu jalan pelan. How do you like it? Smooth bedanya ya. Kayak,
Actually, the pedals are very heavy though.
yeah, that's German. You mean ini throttle-nya? Huh?
Yeah, it's heavy. It's quite heavy. Biar juga kebablas gak sih?
I think so.
Karena aku pernah dengar I saw news once. There was a Tesla driver.
Ya itu bablas nggak boleh.
Dia niatnya mau nginjek rem buat matiin mobilnya tuh ganti gigi gitu. Tapi dia malah nggak sengaja nginjek itu gas.
And then it went bananas.
Bananas and crashed the family. Meninggal.
Oh my gosh.
There was casualties there.
This is what I like about the audio also.
你问我爱你有多深，我爱你有几分，我的情也真，我的爱也真，月亮代表我的心。
Hi. Last part of this review, I want to show you this. Just a second. Where should I press? I forgot. I think it's this one. Yeah. All settings, driving, vehicle. Yeah. This is sound experience. There's a vivid flux. So that means if I go to sports mode, kalau ayah pakai sports mode, Terus pakai Vivid Lux dia akan ada suara yang seperti kita naik mobil beneran. No, this is mobil beneran. Seperti kita naik mobil combustion engine. Alright?
Like a sports car.
Like a sports car, the sound. But we'll find a toll road to do that, not here. Okay, you can just stop first.
Yes.
Okay,
Recording.
but we are going to turn down the volume a bit. Di sini cuma mau nunjukin, we're still trying to find an empty road, open road, yeah, to show you how it sounds like. So I'm gonna take the clip ke arah speaker, semoga bisa kedengeran. Just a second. We're not there. Kamu bisa lihat ke sini, ke screennya sini. So in order for the sound effect to work, aku harus pindahin dia ke sports. Sports, right?
Sports mode.
Right, ready?
Wah.